Yeah.
This is the MMA Takes Podcast.
Strap Daddy.
With your host, Brian Petrie.
Yeah. I'm your host. I'm gonna cut it short. The champ's gonna cut it short. I got this fucking 12 pounds of plastic on my shoulder right now. First time ever I get to say I'm the champ. What's up with the what's up?
What's up, baby?
Let's get this thing going here. Hey, got the boys in the house, Christian, Timbo. We're going to fucking pick this card. Just pay-per-view UFC 262. Main event. We're getting a new lightweight champion. And I think I'm going to retain this belt. This is going to stay with me. But I'm eager to find out because this card, as we were saying before we went live, it's kind of a motherfucker with these lines. Either you're going to be dead wrong or you're going to be dead right. I think I got some plays. I definitely have some fights fucking blank because I want to see what y'all boys do. But yeah, excitement level for you boys. What do you like? Like, you like it? Let me ask you this. Since we're allegedly, are you going to pay for it or are you going to allegedly stream it?
I'll pay for it.
Okay.
Yeah, I pay for them all at this point. Like,
yeah,
I'm 37 years old, so it's fine.
I just can't trust a stream. Like, if it went out mid-fight while I have money on something, like I break everything. I go fucking berserk.
Hey, and you're in Ohio and you can't live bet. Like, you don't realize how precious that, like,
man.
Yeah.
Although it's coming. So Ohio finally agreed. So there was arguments of the lottery, the casino. So now the casino people are taking control of it. The bill has been made. The bill has been basically passed. Just need to get Lil DeWine to sign it, and we're good to go. So summer, I think we're coming. I don't know when mobile betting will start, but the casino in downtown Cincinnati, I've spent a few birthdays there. Amazing. It's because there's no smoking. Like, in the end, you can smoke everywhere. So it's kind of like, and they're older too. They're kind of trashy. But in Ohio, dude, it's fucking good. They got a Bobby Flay burger place. It's fucking legit. So I would love to go. If they get the fights, I'll spend every fucking Saturday there. I'll sorry, kids. That's the casino. But I'm excited. I think there's some good fights. I think there's some sleepers. We lost some fights. We lost Diaz. We lost Hermanson and Shabazian, which I thought was going to be a good fight. But I think the co-main and the main event, two lightweight fucking staples. I think these dudes are going to fucking bang it out. I don't see how either fight is going to be boring. Lines are surprising to all of us, I believe. And yeah. You guys excited? You got any tricks up your sleeve? Because I got, like, I'm like fucking David Copperfield over here, baby. I got some things I think I'm going to surprise you with.
It's I mean, and to answer your question about the excitement, it's gone from a 9 to a 7, 7.5, 7.8.
7.5. I'll take a 7.5.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, but for a pay-per-view, it's definitely not living up to pay-per-view.
Sure,
especially with the pay-per-views that we've had here in the recent past.
Correct.
But I mean, yes, 7.8. I'm cool with 7.8.
Yeah, you're paying for the co-main and main event. That's what you're paying for. That's essentially what I'm going to be paying for. And by the end of the night, I'm not going to be paying for anything. You know what I mean?
Sir,
they're going to be paying me, son.
Burgos and Edson Barbosa, I'm paying for that too.
Yeah,
it's
violent.
This card, it's a 8 out of 10 card. It's got a lot of tight lines. It's fun. Like, it's, as they say in Hawaii, Hanapa'a, tight lines.
Oh, bro. Hey.
Yeah, shout out to all the listeners in Hawaii.
Hey, bros. What's up, man? I can't do a Hawaiian voice. The only thing I can do is the dog, the bounty hunter, when he acts like he's from Hawaii, when really he's from Colorado or
Yeah.
Hey, bro, we don't know what problem, bro. Where's she at, bro? Oh, here, bro. And they're fucking hiding in the ceiling and shit. Oh, that's so good. All right, first fight of the night, boys. Sean Soriano plus 176 versus Christoph Giagos minus 225. One of the heavier lines on the card. The only line that is equally as high as a little less is the Gina Manzini fight, which is a real stink fest. But this fight, I actually am excited for. Since I'm the champion, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and lead the dance here.
Lead it.
So I was big on Sean Soriano many, many moons ago when he fought in the UFC. He went 0-3 in the UFC. Wasn't a good showing. Good striker. Doesn't have the biggest power in the world, but is a good striker. And has no ground game, right? Take down offensive shit. Got submitted a bunch of times. But this dude is in the corner of Kamaru Usman. He just cornered Usman. This guy is like best friends with Chandler. He is at Sanford MMA. He is training with the best of the best. Got a short notice call up. He's been wanting to fight for a while. Took some time off. Hard to find some recent footage of him. I tried to find some footage of him recently. He's on like a 3-fight winning streak. It's tough to find it. Christoph Giagos, which is one of the hardest names I've ever had to say. This dude's just grimy, right? He's got 8 losses, but he's tough. He gets in there, likes to get bloody. He's a grappler, kind of, but not really. He's just an ugly fighter. He likes to get in there and get his fucking hands dirty. So Christoph's obviously going to want to get this fight to the ground. Sean's going to get it to the feet. I'm going to take plus 176 on Soriano and hoping that Michael Chandler and Kamaru Usman's wrestling has rubbed off on this guy. It is short notice, but he does have some pretty lights out striking. So Christoph Giagos, I'm not going to pronounce his name anymore. He gets hit a lot, can take it. He's going to probably ground this fight and make it ugly, but I'm going Soriano here with that dog money. Give me that dog money. Let's go, former champ Christian. What do you like here, babe?
Bro, you guys eat gyros in Cincinnati? It's Giagos. It's Greek, like Euro. Giagos.
You know,
Christos Giagos.
Cincinnati chili's Greek, right? So we have a lot of Greek restaurants over here. So I'm embarrassed. I did a podcast the other day, and I fucking was like, thought this dude was from Scotland. He's Greek. I'm like, what are you doing?
I remember that. That was Michaelitis. I was laughing my ass off when I listened to that. Yeah, Christos Giagos.
There you go. Well, who do you got then, Mr. fucking world-renowned pronouncer?
Look, Giagos he's not gonna finish Soriano. I don't think Soriano might finish Giagos. This is not gonna be the first time I say this throughout the night, but
say it.
I guess I won't say it exactly, but somebody's getting wrestled to death here, and it's going to be Soriano. I don't think he has. He has finishing ability, but I don't see it here.
Chalk. I mean, chalk, man.
Yeah, it's like live bet it all day. If it's like this is a live bet opportunity. 100%. Like Soriano's like if he gets hot early, this isn't Punahale Soriano. This is Sean Soriano. So
correct.
Go ahead. That's my take.
Hoping that Kamaru Usman was like, dude, just here's how you stop a fucking takedown. Michael Chandler is a legit wrestler too. Michael Chandler during the Countdown show was praising this guy. Hopefully someone's taking him takedown offense. Anyway, Timbo, what you out here, man? You gonna leave me dog? You gonna leave me on Dog Island, baby?
I don't think so, man. I think I'm going to ride that dog wave with you. And,
okay.
It's just a shame that. I think guy that we were just talking about who was in last week. He was in the motorcycle accident.
Sean Strickland.
Sean Strickland. Did he?
Beast.
I know he straight up. I know he had the motorcycle accident. But was that his only hiatus, or did he go to another? Did he go to another organization and then come back to the UFC? Was he always at UFC?
Yeah, he's been signed. He has never been let go. So once he got signed, he stayed through the whole thing. He used to be very inactive because it was such a big cut to 170. Mm-hmm. So he didn't fight all that much. And then the motorcycle accident happened. Then he jumped up to 85, and he's been a little more active now.
Yeah, Soriano. I mean, he was having a rough go at it. And he was a young pup. This was back in 2015, so he was 23 years old.
Yeah.
Getting Darce choked by Charles Rosa, who got fucking killed by Bryce Mitchell. That's not a good look. But I mean, now you're 7 years older. You're 31. You're right. I think still in your prime, and he's coming off 3 wins. So I think he's really got his confidence up. And I don't know I don't know any of these organizations he fought in, but
right.
The
competition wasn't great. Like I looked up the guy that he just recently beat at a decent record, but he's never really beat anybody. But he's training with killers, right? So it's like at some point
it's gotta rub off.
I mean, Sanford MMA, if you ever watched any of Anatomy of a Fighter on YouTube, he used to follow these guys. I mean, that's a fucking room, dude. That's a room full of killers. You have to be good to even just be there, right? The only thing that keeps going in my mind, this will find my bet, by the way. I'm definitely going to take the dog here. The one thing that keeps going in my mind, though, is like James Krause, right? A great coach. Soriano is a really good coach. He's in corners and stuff. He's like one of those.
I heard that actually. He's like they love him. Like people love him in his corners. Like this guy has a future. Like
right. And but James Krause isn't like the best fighter, right? But he's a great coach. So I'm hoping that this guy has one more left in him before he becomes coaching full time, because I do think he's a winner. All right, next up. Close fight here, boys. Kevin Aguilar minus 105 versus Tucker Lutz minus 122. Timbo, I want to hear from you, buddy. Do you like Tucker Lutz, or do you like why isn't his nickname Lug Nuts? It's Top Gun. I mean,
I was thinking Tucker Nuts.
I was thinking these nuts.
Yeah, dude, like, these Lutz, dude. Like, what are you fucking doing, Tucker Lutz? This is a guy, before I set the scene, Timbo, this is a guy that I've seen, because we're doing it kind of late. So, I keep my eye on some of the other cappers. A lot of people like Tucker Lutz here. So what are you thinking here, Timbo?
I think it's easy to like Tucker Nuts right here because of Kevin Aguilar's recent losing streak. And, so his Contender Series fight, I don't recall. I didn't watch a bunch of the Contender Series, but I don't remember him on either of these episodes. And
a very unforgettable Tucker.
That's what it looks like. Two decision wins.
Cool fucking nickname, Tucker. Give us a shout, bud. You're here right now. We'll fucking get you up here. We'll make shirts. But you're fucking dork he's from your part of town, Baltimore, Maryland. I mean, you're not that close, right?
He's got that. His accent. It's
kind of
that's they call it Delmarva.
Baltimore. I used to be able to do a Philly accent. Wall. Fucking Delco County, Wall. Yeah, hoagie cheesesteaks down hoagie at the Wall. I can't do it anymore. It's terrible. Anyway, go ahead, Timbo. By the way, this size bottle, I'm just giant.
Oh man, I think it's hard to ride somebody on a 3-fight losing streak, and especially this Tucker Lutz guy. He lost his first fight and he's undefeated since.
Right.
I got to go with Tucker Lutz, and this is just strictly based on confidence he's bringing into the cage. And Kevin Aguilar, he's just slacking horribly. He hasn't won.
Slacking.
He's won in 3 years.
What do you like here, bub?
Look, I'm going to make this one quick because I want to spend more time on the later fights. I'll just read my notes as they are. ×2 COVID Contender Series loser. CCS is not like the pharmacy CVS. Aguilar, decent, proven, lost to quote-unquote black belt Charles Rosa. I'm still taking Charles Rosa would beat Tucker Lutz. So we call it MMA math, call it what it is. Aguilar.
You're taking Aguilar?
Yep. Yes, sir.
I thought I was going to steal one there. I'm taking Aguilar as well. And I'll tell you what. Shit. He's on a 3-fight losing streak. He's fought some good competition, right? The Angel of Death is his nickname. I mean, I've actually never thought this guy was all that great. When he came in the UFC, he was like fucking like 17 or 16-1 or something crazy. I'm like, who the fuck? And he's had some really close decisions. I lost some money on Rick Glenn. I remember picking Rick Glenn against them. Problem is he's on a 3-fight skid. I think he switched some things up camp-wise. Tucker Lutz has fought nobody. The 2 guys in Contender Series were okay. Outside of that, he's fought nobody. Good grappler, good wrestler, good goatee. I mean, he's got a career in like fucking like a Wrangler jeans commercial with that fucking goatee. But I think he's just very average. I think Kevin Aguilar is going to have to avoid the takedowns, obviously, and he's going to have to really work on his stand-up. I think he can hurt Tucker Lutz, who's not prolific on the feet. I mean, he's grimy, he's dirty. He's just kind of a jack of all trades. I like Aguilar here. I think he's going to took some time off. He's rebounded well, even though he lost to Charles Rosa, who I think was a black belt. I think he's demoted. There's no way that guy's still a black belt. But I'm going to go Kevin Aguilar. I thought I was going to steal one there. I thought everyone's going to go on Lutz. You got one by me, CC. All right, Gina Manzini, -200 versus Priscilla. What's it about? Priscilla
Cachoeira. There's no L in there.
It's like Capoeira, the Brazilian dance fighting. Christian, who you like in this chick fight, dude? These fucking Manzini's banging Elliot. Priscilla is, I don't know, banging Colby. Maybe Colby likes this Brazilian chick.
Priscilla's scissor and she's not banging. Just from the looks of it. But
okay.
No, I don't know. I do not know this, but this is
that's a fact now.
It's from WikiCap.
Okay.
Damn, this is the bitch that sent Rachel Ostovich packing.
Yeah, she did. Gina Manzini. Have you guys seen the new Rachel? Or she's like climbing into a trailer?
I have.
All right, that's all that needs to be said. We don't objectify women here, but if you want to go look it up, go ahead. It's not bad.
I've not seen it.
You have not seen it? Well,
I'm not a big Ostovich guy though, so that's
what kind of guy are you then?
Yeah, really. Paige
I'm a recently married man, so you know.
Oh yeah, dude, I got fucking trouble with the whole wife. Yeah, she's going through some stuff with the postpartum and the baby and stuff. And I sent you guys that text about checking out that girl, and she caught me or whatever. She actually didn't catch me. I was just like making a joke, but I did check out a girl when she was in Staples buying something. Chick, gorgeous skin, right? And she was like a mixed girl, and she read my text and was so fucking mad at me for checking that girl out. I was like, look, I even lied to him. I even said you caught me. It's not that big of a deal. She's like, well, I don't check out other guys. I was like, well, you fucking should. You check out Harry Styles. What's the fucking difference? I'm never gonna see this girl again. I don't know who she is. I didn't talk to her. I'm in my
She's listening to the podcast right now.
Right? Yeah,
she's my girl from Staples.
Yeah, but she got and she doesn't get mad at me much. We never fight or argue. But I think since she's having a little bit of self-esteem stuff because of the baby and all that, women go through a lot of stuff because what they do is a fucking miracle. Thanks. She was just so mad at me, and I had to tell her. I was like, listen, I didn't mean nothing. I literally was just like, and she's like, do you check out girls all the time? I'm like, no. I mean, it's like, fucking, of course I do. I have a fucking penis. I didn't say that, and hopefully she's not at the door listening, but
hey, mad props to Erica for finishing up the gym though. That's cleaning that thing up real nice.
She painted it up. My daughter's been down there. We put the mats down yesterday. I had Erica come down after she put the baby down. The minute she stepped in there, I fucking tackled her. I have a lot of fun with it. All right, so what we're doing? We're picking here.
Hey, it's to me now. It's to me now on
Gina Manzini.
Hey, a bowl of spaghetti, a spicy meatball. It's a horrible fight.
Spaghetti fight. This is a fucking take it.
Mazzani, I've heard, I listen to the podcast throughout the week, and it's like there's all this. Oh, Mazzani's coming off a win, and Cachoeira got beat down 391-0 by Valentina. I'm like, you put Mazzani in there, the same thing happens. This is a pick 'em fight. Look. This is one where I'm going to go against. It's like if I pick it, I bet it. I'm picking Manzini, but I'm going to be betting Cachoeira like that. Plus, I'm going to bet her by knockout. It reminds me of the Julia Avila situation. Like this, I mean, she's just going to run in there and she's going to, it's going to go all out on her. That's how I picture her. Yeah. But Mazzani did look great at the different weight class. I know it's Ostovich and she is tough as fuck, but yeah, I'm picking Mazzani, but in this is a rare situation. Sorry to the listeners. I am picking Mazzani, but I'm actually going to bet Cachoeira because I think this is just a toss up.
It's a wide line. It's a weird line that Gina Manzini, who got cut from the UFC and then got brought back and, is kind of all over the place. She does have a good camp, right? She's with Krause and all those guys at Glory. I'm going to keep this short and sweet because this fight stinks, if I'm being honest. I'm going to pick Manzini. I'm not going to touch this fight. Dog money is there on Cachoeira. The only problem with her is she's one win UFC over Shayna Dobson, knocked her out early in the first round. She has losses to Luina Carolina, who stinks. Obviously, Valentina just murdered her, which is unfair to compare, but she doesn't look well. She doesn't really look all that good. I'm surprised they've kept her around, if I'm being honest with her. I think it's a good matchup for Gina Manzini. Doesn't have to cut all that weight. 125 is a good weight for her. I'm going Manzini. Timbo, what do you got here, babe?
Mazzani, I believe it's how.
Yeah, Mazzani. It's like, bro, wait, there's not an N before the Z.
Wait, what? Well, how do you say it?
Mazzani.
What am I saying, Manzini?
Look at the DraftKings breakdown.
Jeez.
But I will say that Gina Manzani's Tapology picture is you couldn't have a better picture than that. You got a selfie.
Yeah, it was. She's got red hair, right?
Yeah, it's a selfie from 2008.
She's the ultimate. Right. Is she hot? Like the hot or not? Like that would be the ultimate. Like I don't know. I asked Molly about it all the time.
Well, it's like you're like, I'm picking Manzini, but I'm betting Cachoeira. She's not hot, but I'm still gonna fuck the shit out of her. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. You know, you don't have to be hot for me to have sex with you. That's just a fact. Okay. Ask Brian at 22. Yikes. Yeah. So who are you taking here? Are you taking the girl I can't pronounce, Gina?
Mazzani.
Yeah. Mazzani.
Tim Elliott's girl. Is that easier?
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, they've been dating for a little bit.
They moved to Kansas City, so Tim Elliott used to hang out at her bar. Like she was literally like a strip bartender, and they brought her in to get whooped up by. Was it that tall girl that? No, not the one that lost to Shayna Dobson.
Megan Anderson.
Oh no, they brought her in to like get crushed by Avila, and then him and Tim Elliott and her moved out, and that's when like Tim Elliott was beating on that dude, being like, "Oh, you beat on girls," and like was looking fierce, and that's when she all of a sudden like showed up in like hella shape, and like beating Ostovich is like not a good win, but it was a win, and she looked good doing it.
It's a dub.
Yeah,
I didn't get your official pick there, babe.
Mazzani. Excuse me for my mispronunciation. All right, we're moving on. Andrea Lee versus Antonio Cepchenko. Antonina, I think her name is. I mispronounced it. Andrea Lee plus 106. Cepchenko minus 129. I love Lee, or at least let me rephrase that. I used to love Lee. She's dropped some quick fights. She's back in Louisiana. She left Texas. I believe, she had a whole thing with her husband, which is actually horrible. I believe she's in Louisiana with Tony Kelly, who's a UFC fighter, very good coach as well.
He's the MTV dude, isn't he?
Yeah, Tony Kelly was. So is Matt Schnell. They are both on the show. He's fighting later on the night. Listen, I think Antonina has gotten a lot better. I think again, this is when you're training with greatness, you're going to get better. She's nowhere near her sister, obviously, but she isn't a striker like her sister. She likes to get the fight to the ground. Angelique gives up a lot of takedowns. This is going to be an incredibly close fight. I would literally bet my house, my car, that this is going to go to a decision. I might even bet like $1,000 that it would go to a split decision. It's going to be one of these wacky fights. That's the kind of fight Angelique gets in. Antonina again is kind of a dog in there sometimes. Her grappling's gotten a lot better. So has Valentina's. I'm gonna go Antonina here, and I like the number at minus 129. It's not crazy. I do see people picking Lee at the plus number. Sometimes plus numbers are great because obviously you're getting plus your money. But when you get a girl like Antonina, who I think is the more skilled fighter here at minus 129, yes, she's not her sister. Sometimes she gets priced for her sisters. They have the same last name. Sometimes it's unfair to her. I mean, look at the Roxanne Modafferi fight she was crazy priced for that. I think Vegas now has learned her that she's not like this. She's not her sister. But 129 is speaking to me here. I don't like betting female fights, but I think I'm going to bet heavy that will go to the decision. I don't think either of these girls will finish it. Anybody? All right, Timbo, what you got here, babe?
I'm going Antonina here as well.
Right.
Big fan of the idea of greatness rubbing off of you. And she lost to Roxanne, who's a solid grappler at least.
She lost to her twice, I think.
Lee lost to Roxanne twice, and Antonina lost once, and then lost to Caitlyn Chicagoan, who's talented in her own right. I expected this line to be a lot different than this. I expected, just based off of last name alone, for Cepchenko to be at least like a minus 200.
And they've been priced on that way. I think Vegas is like, because they're looking for two-way action. Mm-hmm. So they need to get a good price. They're like, no one's paying fucking $300.
No, Lee opened at plus 145. I was all about that, and it's like,
yeah, money's coming in on her. And I see people picking her. I mean, she's fought good competition. She's literally lost 2 of her last 3 by split decisions over girls who could, besides Roxanne, girls that could be really fighting for the title. And
Lauren Murphy, and lots of people think she won that fight. I'm actually
one of those people.
I'm interrupting. I haven't got to my breakdown yet.
That's all you, brother. Antonina for me.
All right,
Timbo. Go ahead and break this down for us there, Christian.
Brian, you set me up like a softball, like just later right there. You're like, this is going to be a split decision. This is going to be close. You guys, we haven't talked about this tonight. This is in Texas in front of a live crowd. Right. Andrea Lee's going to be coming in there, and she is easy on the eyes. Yep, with the cowboy hat, blowing up that crowd. I remember when Derek Lewis beat Alir Latifi on the scorecards. One of the worst
robbery of the century.
Yeah.
Jesus
I bet
Christ.
Derek Lewis that night, and I was just like, what? Wait, 30-27?
That's Texas, baby.
Yep. So we're in Texas. We're with the injury league. Like when it was like plus 135, and like I thought I was the only one that knew. It's like, and this isn't going to be the first time I talk about the Texas judges either, but it's in Texas. You're giving me even just that little plus money. I don't know who's the better fighter. Like, I think they're both better than their history show. I don't think either of them are bad. But yeah, I'm going to pick Lee. Yeah, and like, I'll probably stab on her, but yeah, it's going to go to decision. And God, judges bless Texas, and God bless Texas.
Texas. Tell you what, everyone's moving there. Everyone loves Texas. I've been to Texas a couple times. I never went to Austin, which is like where you're supposed to go.
Yeah, me neither. It's
Whataburger. So what about it? You know what I mean? Here we go. Jamie Pickett versus Jordan Wright. This is going to be our pick'em or risk'em, baby. Because I mean, a lot of these fights are pick'ems, but this to me, I feel like we're going to be split a little bit on this fight. So this can be a pick or risk'em. So whoever you pick, let me pick the lines up here. Jamie Pickett is a minus 118, and Jordan Wright is a minus 106.
Real quickly to interrupt you, I apologize. Minus 350 for decision in that last fight.
I tell you what, dude, that minus 350 doesn't scare me when I put my fucking house on it. All right, so Jamie Pickett versus Jordan Wright, the Beverly Hills Ninja or some shit like that. Serial killer is what his nickname should be. Pick him or risk him. So you have the option, whoever you pick, to risk the points. -2 +2 +2 -2. Let's go, Christian. CC, what's up, man?
Yeah, I'll tell you right. I'm risking. I am not risking on this.
Not risking. I think that's the first time no one's not risked it. I half respect it. I'm half going to make fun of you, but go ahead.
Absolutely. Jordan Wright looked really good against, was it Joaquin Buckley or
Buckley?
Yeah, I always mix up him and Chaos Williams. But so I thought he looked good early on, and then ended up, he faded. He's just, he's crushed cans for forever. Yeah, exactly. But I thought he looked good. Like, I think he has the skills. Like, I don't know if that double knockout that he did, like, maybe put some sense into him. Jimmy Pickett.
What? Did you say Jimmy?
Jamie.
Okay, I thought you said Jimmy.
Jaime, Jamie.
Not Jiminy Cricket. It's Jamie.
No, Jamie Pickett.
Jamie Pickett.
I old cement head.
Yeah.
That's like, that is the one thing. It's like, I don't see. He went 3 rounds on the Contender Series with Puna Soriano, who I do respect. Like, I mean, it was him and Todorovic, or just like, and that's, actually, I'm going to risk it. I am going to risk it. I'm taking Jamie Pickett, and I'm risking it because what is Jordan Wright different than Dusko Todorovic? Like, what's the difference? Yep.
One's Russian, I believe, and the other one's a fucking.
They're both white. ABB, always bet black, baby.
One serial killer from fucking Beverly Hills, fucking queer. All right. Oh, well, I didn't say that. I don't like Jordan Wright. I do think he has some bodies buried somewhere. Timbo, who do you like in this fight?
Oh man, I think I'm rocking with the Pickett guy as well for reasons that Christian just said.
Are you risking the points?
I'm risking it, baby. You got to risk it to get the biscuit.
All right, Bob.
I need to not risk it one time, because that is also a good bet. Like, I just was like, I looked at my breakdowns, and I was like, we
all risked it on the last paper we did. We all missed, so we all were down.
Who was that on?
Oh, let me see. I forget who it was. It was early in the night.
So, Brian, you are going to now have the option pretty soon here to be the first person to not risk it.
It was Jeff Molina versus Ori, right? Was that it?
No, we all picked Ori.
We all got it right. We all picked Molina.
Molina. Yeah, that's the one I flipped the coin on. Like, on camera, flipped the coin. Yeah, I remember that.
I was wrong. We all got it right. We didn't all get it wrong. We all got it right. So that's okay. So you got Pickett, And listen, guys. Okay, I mean, this is Texas. Okay, I consider myself a little bit cowboy. Cowboy the podcast game. Yeah, I'm gonna risk it, and I'm taking Pickett as well from North Carolina, Wilmington. This dude used to drive fucking forever to train. He's a truck driver. Got a lot of respect for this guy. I think he's skilled. Like, I think he could have beat Teflon in Chukwu or Chikwi. He just fought really stupid. He was afraid of the stand-up. He's afraid of whatever. In this fight, he's got to kind of not rush in because Jordan Wright's a first-round fighter. That's it. You get out of the first round, this guy, you put hands on him, he's going to fold. He got knocked out in the Contender Series. They took it away because Hernandez got popped for weed. Buckley knocked him out. He did show pretty good striking in that first round, and he is very dangerous. But, you know, I can't pick a serial killer, man. That's the next Jeffrey Dahmer. I can't fucking pick this guy. So I am going to risk it. I am going to take Pickett. We're all on the same side. Listen, we hit Molina, which was a great fight. We might hit Pickett here. If you're listening, that might be something you might want to look into.
Good juju.
Might be something you want to put a little money down, okay? Trying to win you money. All right, next up, Mike Grundy, minus 124 versus Lando Venata, plus 100. Very surprised by this line. We're going to kick it to Timbo. Grundy, England, Darren Till training partner, Lando Venata. Groovy Lando, baby. Who you like in this fight, bud?
Man, I didn't expect this line to be like this either.
A little weird to me.
Yeah, I think Venata is very, very overrated, very over talked about. He does have some sick knockout wins. I will give him that, but I don't think that's going to happen. And I hate that, you know, this isn't a pick 'em. It almost is, right? If like Venata was a minus 101.
Lando's been flopping all back and forth. I got these lines off DraftKings, so he could be minus money in on FanDuel or somewhere else. But I just want to pick one of them. This is a weird fight. I'm surprised you're saying that though. I thought you'd be a groovy Lando guy, man.
Not a groovy Lando guy, no.
All right,
you know, and I get it. Like Bobby Green is the king of decision wins, or just the king of decisions at all. But right. I think he had that spinning wheel knockout that was fucking sick and put him really on the map. And then after that, he's just kind of been a fish out of water. Yeah. And Mike Grundy, you know, I'm not going to lie and say I know much about this guy. But I've seen enough to think that he's going to take out Venata.
There you go.
By decision.
By decision. I like that. Listen. Mike Grundy is just a wrestler, pure wrestler, decent striking. He fought Mozar Evloev his last time out. Close fight. Mozar Evloev is a fucking stud. I mean, listen, that Russian wrestling, that scrambling, the cardio was just a little too much for Grundy, but that's what he does. I mean, Grundy wrestles and takes down Darren Till, who's at 185. He takes down Tom Aspinall, who's a fucking heavyweight. This dude's in there. He's a well-built dude for 145. Problem is I just think Lando is just a little more athletic, better on the feet, and I think Grundy's gonna fade. I can see this fight going two ways in my head. Lando just getting grounded, getting the shit kicked out of him, and that's it. That's a wrap, right? He's just like, fuck it. The guy bleeds every fight. He's gonna get cut up. Grundy's just gonna look like a beast. People who pick Grundy at minus 124 are gonna look like heroes. Or Lando's gonna style on him a little bit on the feet. We haven't really seen Lando fight like a pure wrestler. Yeah, Bobby Green's got some wrestling. Yeah, Tony Ferguson's got some wrestling, but none of those guys really try to do that. So this is a guy he's actually fighting that is going to fucking grind on him. And it's very curious to see how this happens. I'm going to go Lando Venata, though. I don't know. Groovy Lando, plus 100 as of right now. He's probably going to fall into the minus. It's funny. I clicked on his Tapology profile, and he's wrapping his hands, and his shirt says wrestling is life.
I'm looking at it.
Like that was a fucking sign that he's been working on his wrestling. Stuff fucking Grundy, knock him out. Yeah, I'm going to go Lando. I'm not confident, though. I don't know if this is a fight I'm going to bet. I'm not very confident. It's not my best. But it's the best. But I'm going to go Lando here. Groovy Lando. All right, Christian, who you got here? Whose side you taking, babe?
I don't think you guys mentioned it, but I believe this is Lando's first fight at 145 or first fight in a long time. And those weight cuts, like, you know, I don't know when these fights are announced anymore. It's hard to keep track of them.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. He's been fighting 155.
Yeah. So, and this is just, you guys know I barely use Instagram, but I looked at today and he's got all these pictures like running mountains and flex his arms. I'm like, Like, I feel like he's kind of poster. It's like, oh, like, hey, check out me. I'm working out. But that's going to sweat. Like, this dude probably walks around 175 pounds. Like,
he's fairly small. There's been rumors he was going to do it for a while. Like the weight cut for 155 wasn't too bad for him, but he is getting a little older. I don't really, advise people who are, he's 29. Fuck, what am I talking about? Never mind. He looks 40. Sorry.
Yeah. I'd appreciate if you didn't call 5'9", 170 pound man small. That's just a person.
Shoulders, bro. I feel like you're leaning towards Groovy Lando here, Bob.
I am all over Grundy.
Oh,
Grundy taking it all day. He's gonna wrestle. I told you earlier in the podcast. I was like, this is gonna be the first time somebody's gonna wrestle fuck to death. I love grappler over striker. Especially after watching Gregor did what he did. That's just like, man, I've been like loving some grappling.
Grundy's good. Grundy's good. He's a fucking stud wrestler. There's no doubt about it.
He's a Commonwealth Games champion. So it's like the champion of 5 countries that don't wrestle.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's a big deal. Can you do your Grundy voice? But he's English, so do it in an English accent. Do you have one?
I'm a Grundy. I don't know.
That was Australian because
I worked in New Zealand.
We're a little rougher, mate. I'm
not bad with accents. Give me.
I can't pronounce anything, so we're all good. Grundy's a good pick. I might regret my Lando pick, but I can't go back on it now. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a weird feeling, but when I fill out this card, I kind of jump to the fights that that like I've been thinking about or whatever, and this is one of them. And I can't talk myself off Lando, which means I'm gonna bet it.
You like Star Wars? Is it the Lando Calrissian thing?
I've never seen Star Wars.
Okay.
Never seen Star Wars, any of them. My stepdad, who you got to meet if you guys ever come since him and I have a very unique relationship. He's a dork. I've been able to kick his ass since I was 12, and I'm not even kidding. I'll get you around some. He used to coach my baseball team, and we would have sleepovers for the baseball. Like my house was always people would sleep over, and he came and woke me up one time. And I was 12 years old, and I got up. I was like, leave me alone. And I took the vacuum and just jammed it into his shin. He went down like a sack of potatoes. I just started wailing on him. It wasn't a real fight, but I'm like, leave me alone. All my friends are there. My mom's like, get up, Don. He's like, I'm trying. Oh, he's a complete fucking dork. He's got the entire Star Wars collection, untouched action figures, whatever.
Classic Don.
I'm gonna get that when he passes on. So maybe I will become a Star Wars fan. Lucky me. No, I don't know what it is. I'm not overly impressed with Lando. Like Tim said, he's not really done much. He spin wheel knocked out John McDessie, and that was it. Like he showed up against Tony on short notice.
It's fun. He's got more bonuses in the UFC than wins.
Yeah, and he's wow. He's got a unique style. He gets hit a lot, but I think this is a bad matchup. I just, this is one of the things I just can't get out of my fucking head. I don't know why. I'm a crazy person, I guess. Okay, Jacare minus 115 versus.
Here we go.
Andre Muniz minus 108. This could have been another pick'em, but I felt like we weren't going to split on this. But none of us split on fucking Pickett. We all were on Pickett, and I thought someone was going to pick it right. Timbo, who you like, babe?
Man, the old get older, man.
Yeah.
And when the old get too old, it's time to take them out behind the barn. And I think Kevin Holland did that. Kevin Holland did it. And yet he's back.
I can't believe he's showing his face back here. And he's going to walk in the octagon. He's going to do his fucking crocodile.
Gator, baby.
The Gator. Yeah. Excuse me. The Gator. Yeah.
I can't, I love Jacare. He's a legend. And, I don't know much about our guy Muniz here, but I know that he's 10 years younger. I know that he's on a 6-fight win streak, undefeated in the UFC. I'm taking Muniz here.
Yeah. Yeah, Muniz, big, thick, strong kid. Good takedown defense, good jiu-jitsu himself. Hasn't really put it all together yet, but it is a stud. I'm going to make this quick before Christian goes. I'm going Muniz here. I'm impressed with him. I think Jacare, I'm surprised the UFC's keeping him around. Obviously they have a contract. He probably gets paid a ton of money, but after the Kevin Holland knockout from back, when you're this crazy black belt, which he legit is, but it's like, that's got to be really embarrassing. It's like BJ Penn getting heel hooked by, or knee barred, excuse me, by Ryan Hall. When the phenom BJ Penn, first American to win, whatever, you get knee barred like that, you got to go, right?
Yeah.
And it kind of did. Other things happen, but when you're Jacare and you get knocked out off your back, a guy off his back, I think it's time to go. Now he's fighting this fucking young killer who is gonna gonna murder him. I'm all over Munez. Does Timbo too? Christian, you got a different view here?
Yeah, the 100% opposite view. I heard like one of the big podcasts. I can't remember which one is. Shout out to one of the big podcasts. But there was an interview. There was an interview with Jacare, and they didn't have a translator there. And in English, he's like, they're like,
suspect.
You're sus, bro. Go ahead, finish it.
Jacare, like they're like, are you okay in English? He's like, just sits there, and they're like, did you in the last fight with Kevin Holland, blah blah? Did you see this coming? He's like, no, I did not see that shit coming. Nobody saw that shit coming. And I'm like, the dude just like thought he was on his knees with Kevin Holland and didn't think he was gonna, Kevin was like, wipe your boogers, and then punches him in the mouth. And I think this is a guy that's looked up to Jacare. I think we've seen like more lately than not that like these up and comers are like, putting their legends to sleep. But this will be the last time I bet on Jacare. I am betting on Jacare. I'm picking Jacare, and it doesn't. He could submit him in
suspect.
That's it, Jacare.
Dude, listen, the whole reason we do this podcast, it's a lot of fun. I love talking to you boys about fights. Not many people you can have conversation with the fights, at least around my parts of town. And another thing is I never want to make fun of people's picks, because there can be someone listening that's listening to Christian, listening to Tim. We all have good picks. We all win, whatever. But this one surprises me. You're not a guy to me that really backs old dogs. And Jacare can barely bend over, dude. He's so stiff. He's so stiff. Like when he was on top of Holland, dude, like his jiu-jitsu is so good. He's strong. The power's not there, but his movement's gone, dude. His hips and knees are shot. Munez is a stud. I just think he just hasn't really got put there yet. Now I'll be eating my words if you're right. And listen, I don't know if I'm gonna bet this fight. I'll let you know. And if you bet it, I'm gonna be rooting for Jacare because I want you to win that money. But
I will bet it. It's like, it's a pick 'em. Of course, I'll bet it.
Yeah, if you're gonna pick it, you might as well bet it. You can win some money off of it.
Yeah,
but you ain't gonna win no money off of this, brother.
Damn, dude, just sus.
I mean, 8 years ago, like Jacare was the shit.
You guys better be betting 4 units with your confidence. Like you talking,
Try 5.
you'd be like, this is the bet of a lifetime. Yeah.
Try 5. No, I listen. I always on Saturday when I go down there, like I always love betting kind of heavy on the main event. Last week I didn't really bet much. I just kind of took the boost and then did Cerrone and then Canelo. Got my ass handed to me. But I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't really have a plan yet.
This card's tough. It is like,
but I like a lot of these lines. So it's like, I only have I don't want to deposit more money in. So it's like, I only have a limited stack because I'm going to push it all in the middle. I'm going to fucking empty the clip.
Yeah, I meant to say, this is a straight bet. Like this is blasphemy coming from my mouth, but this is a straight bet card. This is not a parlay card. It's not a prop card. And you'll rarely hear me say that.
But guess what? Now that you just said that, makes me want to fucking win a parlay and just style on these fools. All right, here we go. Main card. This is a fucking banger. Shane Burgos.
Yes.
Minus 141 versus Edson Barboza. Plus 114. I am surprised by this line. Shane Burgos is the younger, more powerful guy. Essentially, Barboza's kind of been out of it mentally because he didn't get the contract he wanted. He wanted to leave the UFC. They paid him his money, paid that man his money. He got it. He's happy. Press conference, he's smiling, right? He's at American Top Team. But, Barboza's been through some shit. He's been through some wars, and Burgos is a fucking guy that doesn't take a back step. And he went in there with Josh Emmett, who in my opinion is one of the hardest hitting guys at 145. Timbo's very excited for this fight. I just want to kind of preview that. I want Timbo to break this fight down. I think this is probably could be, depending how the main event, or no, depending how Ferguson Darius goes, this could be fight of the night, but fireworks all around. Timbo, how do you see it? But I'm actually curious who you're going to pick.
Dude, this is like, other than, the two main cards or two main fights are just outstanding. But this fight here ain't fucking far behind them. You've got, Barboza making this weight cut to 145 when he's been at 155 all them years was
where does it come from?
Exactly. Yeah. Where's the weight?
I thought he was going to move up to 170 when he was.
Yeah. He's fucking cutting off skin at this point.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But he had, right before he had that fucking vicious beatdown of Dan Hooker, he had probably I don't know if that was a main event against Khabib, but it was 8 of the roughest rounds you could possibly go in when he fucking got mauled by Khabib.
It wasn't a main event, but he got fucked up like it was 5 rounds.
Yeah, and then went on to fight Kevin Lee and get equally fucked up by Kevin Lee. And for him to bounce back with that win against Dan Hooker, it was real cool. But then after that, the Justin Gaethje fight, he fought a killer Justin Gaethje. That happens. Paul Felder, I definitely thought he won that fight. Dan Ige, honestly thought he won that fight as well.
Very close.
Bro, beating Dan Hooker gets you a lightweight championship title fight, though.
Dana White privilege.
Hey,
Dana White privilege.
Hey, man, we're going to
wait for it,
man.
So Edson Barboza, we obviously know dude's wheel kicks are out of control. He's very smooth in there. He's a phenomenal striker. He's getting long in the tooth, though. He's 35. And he's cutting down weight, which is, we don't see often. Aldo done it. It's going, I guess, decent for him or whatever, but that's the only person I can think of that it's worked for. And then we got fucking Shane Burgos. I can't remember what his fucking nickname is, but Hurricane.
Hurricane
Shane.
Your name's got to be Hurricane Shane. Or
this
Shane.
Dude cracks and can take a cracking.
Yeah.
He's coming off that loss to Josh Emmett, and there are people that would have been fucking dead from taking those shots from Josh Emmett. And
but he did die, and he's like, I'm getting back up. Like this fucking dude.
And dude, I'm so torn on this fight. It's so crazy because Edson Barboza, I don't think if he connects with those wheel kicks, you saw what he did to Kevin Lee, he was fucking Bambi on ice. But what's the line here? Barboza's plus 114.
Yeah,
man. I just think Barboza's been through too much, man. At this point in his career, he's dropping in weight. He's probably killing. And obviously the weigh-ins are going to tell us a lot about what's going to go on in this fight. But I just think he's gone through too much. His body is probably overheating at this point. And Shane Burgos is just a firecracker. I think Barboza might get in one wild shot, and but I just think Burgos can take it, and ultimately he'll just out. I hate to say outclass fucking Barboza, but I think he'll probably get the finish on Barboza, if we're being honest.
You're taking Burgos here?
I'm taking Burgos. I hate taking the fucking favorite, but
no,
he's a dog.
No, Burgos is a favorite.
Oh, you took Burgos.
Yeah.
Burgos,
yeah, sorry.
He got Christian.
Look, Shane Burgos is just must see TV. It's when it's fight of the night. That's what's crazy is because you can bet that, but I would not bet that because it's they might give you plus 400, plus 600 for some of these, and I couldn't pick it. Shane Burgos is for all the nerds out there that ever played tower defense games or the Plants versus Zombies or whatever. This dude will come at you and just keep coming at you. It's any of those zombies. He just doesn't stop. He's slow too. He doesn't have good footwork. He doesn't move fast, but he moves forward and he moves forward and he moves forward. Josh Emmett is tattoo can punch, and he kept coming through that. And Barboza he breaks under pressure. Gaethje broke in with pressure.
Khabib, Kevin Lee.
Yeah, exactly. And you break with pressure, but that's fast, intense pressure. And Burgos, I don't know if he's gonna push so fast, and just if he's gonna push him to the brink. And my pick is that he's not going to do that. And I'm gonna take Barboza here. I think some of the spinning shit. I know the weight cuts, but I've heard for years that he just is one of those dudes. Just this is the beautiful body fight of the night. Yeah, you always want to make it a women's fight, but it's not. On this night,
these two dudes are fucking shredded.
Yeah, so this is you tell your wife to take a bathroom break so she doesn't leave you. But
I actually, when the fight comes on, I actually take my shirt off, stand in front of the TV. Fuck you looking at? Check me out. So you're taking Barboza. Man, this is like Tim said. This is racking my brain. This is the last fight I filled out. I like Hurricane Shin. I like Shane Burgos. The guy moves forward. He's a fucking stud. This fight could go a lot like Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje, he cut some good angles, and Edson Barboza moves side to side. Doesn't ever really move straight back, but he has a tendency to kind of play in the cage stuff, and he got caught with that big left hook. And again, Gaethje hits hard, but so does Shane Burgos. Mm-hmm. But I just see this fight. Edson just seems more motivated now. He's getting paid. He's been into some shit. Shane Burgos has a good ground game as well. He's got some good submissions. He can ground this fight if he wants to. I mean, I don't know if he wants to. I think he wants to stand up. The kicks are what scare me, though. Edson Barboza, not just his wheel kicks, but his body kicks, his leg kicks. Like, he chopped down Dan Hooker bad. And when a guy moves forward, it's to smother some leg kicks. It's hard to kick a guy when he's moving forward. But Edson Barboza, I don't think there's been a fight where he didn't get his kicks up, right? Dan Ige moved forward, and he still got kicked to his body a bunch of times. He got dropped to his body. If Edson just really cleaned up his boxing, because he's so light on his feet that he doesn't sit down on anything, his punches aren't great. I just see it being kicks, and I just can't get away from Barboza. This is a number play. I'm taking Barboza at plus 114. This
Smart money.
Timbo, don't doubt yourself, man.
I'm not.
Okay, good. I saw you do the hat thing. I don't want you to doubt yourself. You got Burgos here.
My shirt back.
I never give picks out and then bet opposite, because I just think that, you know what I mean? Unless you address it like Christian did, I think that's fine. But this is one where, like, I'm going to go down there and I'm going to see this plus no more on Barboza, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull the trigger. It's going to be such a good fight. I'm just going to watch this. I don't know. It's tough because I want to have money on it. I want to be like into it, which I think I'm going to be into it no matter what. But I almost like want to watch it like as a fan and just don't care the outcome, right?
Yeah.
Just put $10 on an obscure prop.
I mean,
like, just put $10 on like your most random.
Dude, I don't care if I put 3 fucking pennies on it. I'm gonna win those fucking pennies. I'm competitive. All right, here we go. Caitlyn Chicagoan versus Vivian Arjuel. Chicagoan minus 139. Arjuel plus 115.
Arjuel.
I don't think that's how you pronounce it. It's Arjuel. Listen, she is on a 2-fight win streak, but she looked good against Roxanne Modafferi. Looked big, looked strong, looked hard to take down. Caitlyn Chicagoan's just not going to do that. Chicagoan's going to go out. She's going to do her tennis style, and land her shots and just dance around and just win this fight. I like her at 125. I'm going to pick Chicagoan here at minus 139. Don't love the fight. I understand it, right? They need contenders at 125. I just don't want to see Chicagoan fight Cepchenko again. But I just think Chicagoan's going to win this fight. Timbo, who do you like, bud?
Same.
Yep.
Don't got much else to say.
Yeah, Vivi's my girl. I do think Chicagoan's going to win the fight, but shout out to @BetTheBest3. They had a play and it was losing, and I parlayed that with Vivi and the max 100% DraftKings boost. So I'm going to be pulling for Vivi because if she wins, 20 turns into 280. So
let's get it.
You're picking Vivi?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
What the hell? You just fucking did the whole speech.
It was in my bet slip, so I just picked something.
Take a dog chick fight. That's not bad odds.
No, yeah. Listen, pick a dog chick fight.
I'm winning either way. I'm winning either way on this fight.
Drop it, going to a decision, sprinkle on a finish, which is always fucking outstanding. Plus numbers. I think you got yourself a winner. Yeah. That's going to be our new system here at MMA Takes. We're going to bet all underdog women. We're going to bet it go to decision, and then we're going to sprinkle on a finish because.
Never forget the Fat Boys round 1 knockout. That's where the real money's at.
That's your system, bro. I don't want to steal that. That's yours. All right.
Hey, it's MMA Take system.
There you go. We're family here. Matt Schnell, danger, minus 159 versus Rodrigo Bontorin. How do you say it, Christian?
I think Bontorin.
Bontorin. I think it's Bontorin, but I guess, guys, plus 130. This fight, I think, is going to be an absolute fucking cracker. I'm going to lead the dance here, if you don't mind. Listen, I've been a fan of Matt Schnell since, the fucking Cage show on MTV with those kids in Louisiana. I thought he was one of the kids. He was an amateur on the show. I thought he was very talented. He showed promise. I believe he's out in Sacramento now. I don't remember. He's bounced around. He was Alpha Male. Then he was in like Sacramento for a little bit. I actually don't know where he's at, but wherever he's at, his boxing's got a lot better. Problem with Schnell, though, is he does have a little bit of a chin issue. It showed its head in the Tyson Nam fight where he got clipped a little bit, but, he persevered. His jiu-jitsu's lights out. Off his back, he's great. On top, he's great. Triangles, arm bars, everything. But Bontorin is just a powerful dude. He hurt Kai Kara-France, almost put him out, then took the foot off the gas, gassed himself, and then got put out in that fight with kind of a weird stoppage.
I remember that.
Yeah, I had in my notes that they got stood up early.
It was.
I didn't rewatch it. I just
Bontorin took him down, had him in real bad trouble. Had his
10-8. It was
it was ugly, and then Kai just battled back, which is an ugly loss because Kai, I think that was his first finish in the UFC.
Yeah, don't blink. I remember his post fight. His post fight was great because he's he's got that keyword.
I don't have to change my nickname now. No, bro, you do. You fucking got lucky here. But Bontorin is a powerful guy. He is, and I think he's hard to take down. I think Schnell is the better. It's the weird thing, dude. I think about this all the time with Cody Garbrandt. If Cody Garbrandt had a fucking chin, he would still be champion. He's that good. He's that fast. He's that good. And Schnell, I think, is better everywhere. Just has that chin issue. I'm going to go dog here at plus 130. I'm going to go Bontorin. And this is a fight I'm definitely playing too. This is a fight I like. I like the number. I like the odds. And again, it's a weird thing because Schnell is fucking tough. He's good. He's been away for a little bit. He's a father now. That new dad shit. You're a new mom, your new dad. You win in the UFC. That's how it goes. But yeah, I'm gonna go Bontorin here plus 130. Christian, who you like, babe?
Yeah, love you passing me that one after the Nina Nunes fight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How's that working out?
Bet against Mackenzie Dern.
Yeah, I love
my wife. I'll tell you.
But Mackenzie Dern. Oh, and Joanna, guys, pictures on Inside. I'm a Joanna guy over a Mackenzie Dern guy, just to clarify.
Crazy.
Yes, suspect.
Come on, bro. Listen, I love Joanna. Don't get me wrong, but that face is rough. But you just got mad. Let's not even get into it. I'm gonna get if I get into it. Fucking.
All right. So I love Bontorin right here.
Okay.
If it's Bontorin, we'll see how what Anik says. We'll put a side bet on it.
You want to do that?
I like Bontorin. This is a 135, so I love Bontorin in the weight class up. Just the way he muscled Kai Kara-France, the lesser weight cut. I just think that dude is he looked big at 125, and he's going to be a lot bigger.
Boy.
Yeah, and I don't think any 125 or outside of the elite is getting up from under him. The way he had Kai Kara-France down, I was like, fuck, I had bet France. I got lucky there, to be honest, but yeah, I mean, Schnell, the LFA champion, I respect the LFA. I think more, it's the AAA of the UFC. I almost respect it more than Bellator. Sorry, Pitbull. So yeah, I got Bontorin here.
There you go.
Got him pretty easy.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I like the prop here. Tim is shocked. So Tim, hit me with that fucking Matt Schnell play right now, baby.
Oh, we're hitting it, baby. Matt Schnell.
Hey!
He's lost one fight in 5 years to Pantoja, who is fucking Pantoja.
Stud.
Yeah, I'm totally all in on here on Matt Schnell. This Bontorin guy. Okay, the Kai Kara-France fight, you showed me that you just aren't disciplined. You're not a disciplined fighter. You muscled Kai Kara-France for a round, but he's Kai Kara-France. His name has France in it. He's not muscling that guy around. No, seriously though. I mean, Kai Kara-France, I remember first hearing about him, and Brian, you were high on this guy, and which made me high on him because I respect your opinion. But then after seeing a few fights, I was like, okay, this guy's not it. And Ray Borg, I don't need to get into Ray Borg. He's the decision master, but and obviously Bontorin fell victim to that. But no, I mean, I'm just I for betting purposes, I 100% get it, and especially Bontorin by finish, I could definitely probably hop onto that as well. But Matt Schnell is just definitely a more well-versed fighter, and I could see him possibly getting I mean, I don't see why he can't get a submission. I'll probably prop that.
100% get it finished. Bontrain just he gasses a lot because he was a big at 125. Christian made a good point. This is at 135. Matt Snells is a pretty lanky 125er. He fits well at 135 as well. Most of his career was spent at 35. When he hit 25, went on the Ultimate Fighter with Kai Car France. It's just it really comes down to a chin issue with me. I used to before I gambled.
Going up too. Not to interrupt you, but he's going up too. He's 125er.
Right. He's going up as well. Right. That's what I'm saying. He fought most of his career at 35, switched to 25, won a belt, and then got put on the Ultimate Fighter. And they did that like Battle of the Champions. You had a belt on every different, and then the winner fought Mighty Mouse. And that was Tim Elliott's season. He won that.
Oh, yeah.
The kid's great. And his boxing's getting good. He doesn't fight all that often. He's always improving. But it just comes in that chin. That was like my old school system. Like if a guy's chin was a little weak, I'd fade him, and I'm going back to that, even though I do think he's a better fighter. All right, let's get into the fucking meat and potatoes. Tony Ferguson plus 135 versus Benny Dariush minus 165. Most surprising line of the night, in my opinion. I know Tony Ferguson has hit a skid. He's got dominated his last 2 times out. My only complaint with that is he's been making fucking excuses like crazy.
Yep, exactly.
Kind of went on fire on the press conference today. Really entertained. Called out Chandler. Did Dana White privilege thing. But he got put in a body bag by fucking Dariush because he's like, I'm not getting my respect because I'm a Mexican. And he's like, dude, Canelo's like the biggest star in the world. He's Mexican. What are you talking about? So that was pretty, I mean, I don't know if Tony has a point there, but he's bragging about hurting his fucking training partner's ribs, which is kind of weird. I'm going to go Christian here. I'm going to go Christian then Timbo. Christian, co-main event, Benny Dariush, Tony Ferguson. I wish this was 5 rounds. It's not.
Stupid that it's not.
It's stupid that it's not.
Nate Diaz has completely slapped the UFC out of anything that they had as far as traditionalists go.
Yeah,
like, bro. If he says, if you're a big enough star, you get what the fuck you want. And Tony Ferguson obviously isn't. So sorry to cut you off.
Exactly. When Nate Diaz signs a fight with Leon Edwards and it's not the main event, they go, let's just make it 5 rounds. We can do whatever the fuck we want. Tony Ferguson, who I think is a 5-round fighter, could be, right? He's a legit dude. He's got good cardio. They're like, nah, fuck it. All right, Christian, who you like?
These are 2 5-round fighters. I don't think there's any true fight fan on the planet that wouldn't want to see this one go 5 rounds.
Very true.
This is a strength of schedule type of fight for me. It's like they're both good, but I mean, Tony Ferguson, it took Gaethje 23 minutes, something like that. I can't remember if it was the 4th or the 5th round, but that shit was late. Where he finally and it's like he had fucked him up so much.
I think it was the 5th round. Yeah. Like Tony, it was the 5th round. Tony was so tough. He got hit and shook his head because he was like, he was about to get knocked out. He's like, no.
But he fucked him up. And
he told his brain, no, we're not.
It's like, and this is a 15-minute fight. And a guy we're about to talk about later didn't finish him in 15 minutes. The one thing Tony Ferguson doesn't have is 15-minute chin issues. Like,
right.
That is proven time and time and time. And I'm not going to keep saying for how long this is, but I honestly think Tony Ferguson, Dariush might be the better grappler, maybe, but if Dubronx can't submit Tony Ferguson, I don't trust. Benil Dariush is great. Love the gray hair, from one man to another man, love it.
Yeah, he's a lot younger than he fucking looks. That's for sure, Dariush.
Yeah, what is he? 30? They're both they're 32 and 34.
32. Yeah, no, Tony's
38, 36.
Yeah, Tony's 37, and Dariush 32. Dariush is younger than me.
Oh, he's 32. Holy shit!
Yeah, hair's lying. So, but
that's crazy.
That fucking guy.
Yeah. I mean, he looks damn near 42.
I know,
easily.
On the embedded, it's he's with his wife and they're pregnant with their first kid. I'm like, first kid? This guy should fucking have 12. What are you talking about?
Grandpa.
Yeah, what the fuck? All right, Christian.
Yeah, I got Ferguson, but I mean, for the bettors out there, it's you take if you're a Dariush guy, you take him via decision because if the way this is a 15-minute fight and this is something that I did in my betting analysis, it's this guy's not finishing Tony Ferguson, but Dariush has a chance to get finished. He has been chinny. He's been shown to be chinny, but like he's not knockoutable. He just like he wobbles. It's like so. Yeah, I'm gonna take Ferguson. I love the line. I love that plus money. So
yeah, the line's wide to me. And if you're interested in dogs, Tony being a dog is very interesting because I think this is a really good matchup for him. I think the Bronx kind of played it safe and was kind of a bad matchup for him. I thought he matched up pretty well. Gaethje just came out with kind of a different style. Benny's balls to the wall, dude. Benny said if Tony gets crazy, I'm getting crazy. And he seems like a fucking, 45-year-old, Midwestern dad, but he's a 32-year-old SoCal bro who's fucking knocking dudes out with spinning back fists. Like, this is wild. Timbo, I'm dying to know who you want here. Who you get, babe?
I don't want to go too far into it, but I think Christian had mentioned this. I don't know if he went. I don't think he went into it better, but looking up strength of schedule, we've got Tony Ferguson, whose record speaks for itself. Just who he's literally fought the best of the best. There, no doubt about it. And then we've got Beneil Dariush, who early on in his UFC career was getting knocked out viciously by Alexander Hernandez and Edson Barbosa. And then his last couple fights, I don't like. You're fighting Tony Ferguson, brother. This is like arguably the second greatest lightweight, possibly of all time. He was on a 12-fight win streak. You lost to Frank Camacho, who was 1-4 in his last 5. You lost to Scott Holtzman, who's now, I believe, 2-3 in his last 5.
Deep cuts.
Diego Ferreira, we saw what Gregor Gillespie just did to that clown. Granted, he's a dog in there, whatever. He's we're talking about Tony Ferguson, and Tony Ferguson a plus 135. I get he's getting older, and I get it. Dariush is on a sick winning streak, and yeah, he's got a win over Drew Dober as well. That's a great win, but this is Tony Ferguson, and until
T-Ferg,
yeah, man, plus 135. I couldn't ever imagine myself not betting Tony Ferguson as a plus 135 against a guy who's got wins over the guys that I just mentioned. So
strength the schedule, baby.
Yeah, strength the schedule, dude.
Let me just take this out for a second.
I need it. Hammer time.
Please tell me.
Grand hammer time. I'm going Benny Dariush here. Thought a lot about this fight. Thought a lot about it. I feel like I don't like fighters that make excuses. Tony was like, he took me down and I trained 5 hours. You've been training your whole life for jiu-jitsu. You're a black belt under 2 different systems. You almost got your fucking neck taken, bell rung. You almost got your fucking arm taken. It did probably break. You're just crazy and didn't tap. The Bronx is way better on the ground than Benny. Benny's not. I mean, Benny's a good submission guy, but I don't think that's going to be the issue here. Benny can ground him whatever he wants. Tony is inflated with his ego about his wrestling. Wrestled at a collegiate wrestler, but he's never been like that great. Like he gets taken down all the time. If Benny wants to mix things up here, he can take it down. Benny, though, I think it's his time. I loved his call out. He had to fight Diego because no one else would want to fight him. He's a dangerous guy. Doesn't have the best strength of schedule, but he does have some good wins in there and some good finishes in there as well. My biggest issue is if it gets really ugly, because every Tony Ferguson fight gets ugly. If it gets really bloody, we know how Tony responds. We know how that motherfucker reacts to it. I don't know how Benny does. Benny's been in wars where he wobbles, but it usually ends. It doesn't go 3 rounds. It usually either he gets knocked out or he knocks out, the Jakar close fight, spinning back fix over Scott Holtzman, he got rocked in that fight as well. Mm-hmm. The Diego fight was more of a grappling affair, but I can't look at Tony on the Bronx fight and he's got Ben Saunders in his corner. And he's talking about how he called Brock Lesnar to get advice from Brock Lesnar because that was his coach. He uses a little all over the map for me.
Are you chicken salad or are you chicken shit?
Chicken salad, chicken shit, and he runs his own camp, right? And I remember on the embedded, Ben Saunders was like looking at the camera and Tony wouldn't quit running. He was just doing whatever he wanted. And that's kind of what it is in the camp. He's so strong-minded, he's just going to do whatever he wants. Benny Dariush is with Cordero. His striking's getting a long way. I got to go Dariush here. I love the number on Tony Ferguson. I'm so bummed that I'm not on his side. I do feel very confident in Dariush. I just think, he's just gonna be a little bit better everywhere. I don't see a finish happening because Tony's fucking tough as shit.
Yeah, good. That's a good point. Like I love this fight to go the distance. It's like you hate betting distance, but like these are like,
and again, it's fucking Texas, bros. We mentioned that before. This is wacky. I see both guys hurting each other. I mean, Tony, great chin, but he has been hurt before. Lando dropped him. I mean, Pettis dropped him. Darius can crack. Darius fucking has proven he can fucking knock dudes out. Both these guys are going to get dropped. It's going to just and if you're playing that game, it's hard not to side with Tony Ferguson. I know I'm contradicting myself, but again, I just think it's Benny's time right now. I think this guy, listen, he looks 45, but he's only 32, so you got to go younger man. All right, main event time.
Let me add there real quick. Dude, as much as I want to bet this plus 135 mark and win money, it would on it because he has been humbled, but he hasn't been. Yeah. And I'm wondering, what will it take for you to humble yourself?
That's a good
because
point.
You got your ass beat twice bad. And again, like you said, the excuses like, bro, you need to be humble. And Darius will humble you.
Yeah.
Maybe. So we'll see.
After the Gaethje loss, his complaint was, I was training for a wrestler. Right? Okay, but this is MMA, dude. Like, you were training for a wrestler to stop the takedowns to keep the fight on your feet. Like what happened there, right? And Gaethje came in and looked great. There's no fault. Like, just take it on the chin. Like, shit, I lost. Fuck it. He's a better man.
He cracked him good once too.
Uppercut.
With an uppercut. He got stopped in that fight. He didn't quit. He was getting his fucking head beat and didn't quit. The Bronx fight, the Bronx is outclassed him. Charles is just so lights out on the ground and is strong. Like, he's got that long boy strength, and Tony just wasn't ready for it. And you brought up a good point. You got your ass beat, even though two elite guys who on paper are better than Darius, right? But I just don't think – I think he's coming a little arrogant. I think he's coming in just unhumbled. He made some switches to his camp, but it doesn't matter when you're still running things. Like,
he's not learning from those losses.
Ben Saunders is your head coach. Like, come on, dude.
Wait,
like,
you guys see that Ali tweet where it's like – he's like, I heard that Tony Ferguson switched to the School of Self-Awareness. And then that's at Josh Fabia camp. And then Josh Fabia retweeted it. He's like, yeah, I'm cornering.
I hope not.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I got to get back to the notes.
Listen, that dude needs to get his fucking ass beat. That Fabia guy. He's one of those. There's a video of him. Like, the original video is like 20 minutes long. He's just pushing a heavy bag, like throwing elbows and like smoothing and just it's like, that shit doesn't work, dude. Like, that doesn't work. And then Diego's hanging upside down. He's kicking him and hitting Diego. Diego Sanchez, fighting since he was fucking 18, needs more fucking brain trauma. Like, what is happening? And apparently Cerrone said a thing that Fabia did get punked out or got something out of bar. I don't know how true that is. All right, but let's go to the main event, boys.
This time.
I'm excited about this fight.
It's time.
That's copyright. Bruce is going to come after us. Bruce will come after us.
It's now.
It's 9 o'clock.
There's been a lot of rumblings. 135 is the best weight class, which I love. 155 is the premier weight class.
Thanks.
And these two dudes, listen, you can say what you want about Michael Chandler, one went in, one went out, but the guy said yes, right? He said yes. Poirier, this was Poirier's fight. Poirier said, nah, fuck that. I want the money, which you can't blame him. Let me go fuck up Conor again. Possibly I'll get the winner, right? You can't blame that, right?
Hey, they're prize fighters.
Right. Charlie
I'm not pissed that Poirier did it. It's like they're prize fighters.
Right. Charlie Olives minus 134, Chandler plus 110. I actually like this line. I think the line's right. Olives, he's on like an 8-fight win streak. He's been in the UFC forever. He's a killer in there. He deserves to be the nod. Chandler, all his work is outside the UFC. Yes, he made a great debut, but all his work is outside the UFC. The champ's going to go first here, and I'm going to keep this kind of short and sweet. I love what Chandler has said and done this week. He has been a professional. He's been excited. I went back and watched his Bellator fights, and it's hard to really watch his fights because he's not fighting the tip-top talent. He fought Eddie Alvarez like 10 years ago, who was a very good fighter. They fought twice. It was a great fight. He's got some weird losses on his record. There's losses to Will Brooks, who just couldn't cut in the UFC. He's really, really weird. And he's been submitted before, which kind of scares me. That was a million years ago. But the confidence of this guy to come over in the way he's representing and his sound bites that he's been doing, I used to think the guy was very boring, and I don't think he's the most exciting guy in the world, but I'm telling you what, he's a fucking salesman because I'm buying what he's selling. I'm Michael Chandler, plus 110. Sign me up. This is going to be my Green Hammer multiple unit bet. Maybe not my mortal lock. We'll get to that, but this can be my Green Hammer multiple bet. I love the plus number on his side. Charlie Oliveira, I don't want to disrespect him, but Charlie Olives is a great nickname. He's quit before, right? You know, he's been in there, and when shit gets tough, he's quit. Yes, that was a million years ago. But Michael Chandler says, I've seen it in him once, and I'm going to bring it on again, right?
Love it.
And I love that quote because there's truth to that, right? And Chandler hits like a fucking truck. The only thing that concerns me in this fight is if Chandler gets a little too arrogant, wants to take the fight to the ground, he can fuck style. Also, the kicks, Chandler's legs. He's got weak ankles. He missteps a lot. He had drop foot. He lost a belt in Bellator with drop foot over Brett Primus, but he does misstep a lot. And Olives isn't Edson Barboza, but he does have some really good kicks. He is really aggressive, and he's much longer than Chandler. But I'm excited for this fight. I can't wait. I think it's going to end early. I don't see it going 5. I'm going to bet whatever the prop is, under 3.5, 2.5, whatever they set it at.
Oh, you can bet them all. You can bet them all.
There you go.
Not on DraftKings, but I know that's your new book. But
hey, it's my new book, baby.
Yeah, there's other books you could bet. You could bet each of them on there.
I like it. All right, I'm going Michael Chandler here. Timbo.
You know what's crazy, dude? If the lightweight division, you like you said, it's been the premier division ever since Conor started the bitch.
Yeah.
If you would have said 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago that the title fight on a main event of a pay-per-view was Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler, they would have called you nuts. They would have said, what the fuck sport are you watching? And sure enough, here we are. Khabib's gone. Conor's where he's at. Dustin's where he's at. Nate is where he's at. There's just 10 other guys I could name that I would predict to be in this position over these two. And sure enough, here we are. Dude, I'm a big time Michael Chandler fan. Like, he's why I watch Bellator. Like, other than when they bring over some legend that I knew was done, but I just respected the legend. Like, this dude carried Bellator on his back for years. Like, this dude was Mr. Bellator. And
it's why you tune in.
Yeah, he absolutely was. He was the premier name. Like,
100%.
I couldn't even tell anybody. Like, they had Rampage maybe for a little bit, but he was done clearly. And he was through and through Mr. Bellator. He had his fights with Will Brooks that sucked. But after those Will Brooks debacles, which he's just it's his kryptonite, he couldn't get over it. The Brent Primus fight, okay, that's bullshit. And then even the Pitbull fight, I think that was a quick stop.
I just rewatched that. Was a really quick. He got clipped for sure, but that was a really quick stoppage. Yeah, I just watched the fight too. I was like, man, that was
especially for a title fight. Knowing who this guy is, like, who? Did you remember who the ref was?
I don't. I want to say Big Dan Murgliata. That's the first that popped in my head, but I don't know off the top of my head.
Well, regardless, I mean, it's not his fault as far as what Bellator was doing, and he stayed loyal to him for as long as he can. He got his shot, came over, and he did the Conor thing. We're here to take part. We're here to take over. And he did a great, like, Ric Flair's speech. Ric Flair's, like, gave him a robe and shit. Like, it was epic. For being kind of a vanilla guy, who I do think has a great personality, but he's very professional in front of the microphone. He ripped that fucking promo. Took advantage of it. So
look, this game's about money, not about buckets.
And he said it too. He's like, listen, I'm here not for a long time, for short time, whatever.
Yeah, my Tinder profile said that once upon a time too.
I like that.
All that said, though, man, there's absolutely no fucking way on earth I could ever bet against Michael Chandler in this position. This shit's been fucking a long time coming. I'm fucking excited for him. I'm pumped for him. I hope he makes it happen.
Yep. Christian, let's
real quick though. Like you said, like you said though, if he does get arrogant and I could see him getting Kevin Lee real quick, even though Kevin Lee was getting pieced up and then went for the takedown, and he got a takedown, but Charlie Olives got him in the guillotine, and that was
Chandler is his movement so good, and when you watch the Dan Hooker fight, he kept throwing right hands to the body, and then finally he followed with a left hook and knocked him out. Olives comes forward. Charlie Oliveira is going to come forward. He's a pressure fighter. But I think when he comes forward, he's going to run into something that he doesn't like. You know what I mean? And Chandler's all grit, dude. He's a fuck. I mean, he can get caught. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But I just think, Charles Oliveira is very, very skilled. He's on this crazy win streak. You got to respect it. He 100% deserves this. He's finally getting some due respect. But I just think I think it's Michael Chandler's time. I think the people mocking him that he's getting a title shot after one win, I get it. Because there's other guys, but again, people said no.
Yeah.
And he's going to be like, fuck it, and he wants to be active. Like this dude's like, I want Poirier next. Give me Conor, give me whoever. I'm going to say yes. UFC calls, I'm saying yes.
Call it out Khabib.
Call it out Khabib. I hope he just runs through the next three people, and then Khabib's like, fuck it, let's go. Because this is a stud wrestler too. So, Christian, I'm sorry, I don't want to take your time here, bud. Who you got?
Guys, he's not getting any of those calls. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, look, he was the face of Bellator. Like, he was like, they set him up. They didn't set, like, Hooker's a difficult fight, but Chandler's good. Like, and like, it's really hard to gauge how good or great he is, but he is getting destroyed tomorrow. Like,
what are you saying? What did you say?
Can you not hear? Should I talk closer to my microphone? Should I talk? I wish I had my hand. You're
going Charlie Olives. Fuck.
All day.
Man.
All day.
Like, I love it. I
remember I used to live in Alaska in like 2010, and like they cut this Chandler promo. He had like a fur vest on and like his like tattoo showing on the side, and like women all around. I'm like, who is this guy? And like I followed him ever since then. Like, and he looks that good. He sounds like he does. Like his promos to me are cheesy because like I think he's actually just a good dude. But
very nice guy. Yeah.
I like Chandler. I hated that promo. Like I was like it was like
over the promo, bro. That's what you're handicapping this fight over, a promo.
Actually, I have circled Michael Chandler 5'8", and I have it circled because that guy is not 5 feet 8.
Oh no!
My driver's license says I'm 5'10", and I promise you I am not 5'10", and I'm sure his says it's like 6'1".
Yeah, my driver says I'm 6'6", and they're like, "Hey, you want to change anything?" I'm good.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
175. Yeah, that's still me.
Yeah, Chandler's smaller. He's like I can see like the pressure wearing on him early. Do Bronx is known to quit, but it's been a lot of years since he's quit a fight. And they're both really good on the ground. Like Chandler's a better wrestler, and I almost always side with wrestling over jiu-jitsu, but in this fight, I don't see it happening. I think Do Bronx is 10 years, like it's 10 years in the making. And
it's
Chandler's
10 years
like,
with some pretty goddamn cupcake opponents other than these last two.
Remember when he fought Paul Felder and got fucking murdered?
Everybody, that's the thing about everybody is cupcake opponents as they age. It's like, like that guy stinks. That he stinks.
But
I mean, I'm just hearing a lot of talk about his 8-fight win streak, and 6 of those first ones. Like, I'm not impressed with Jim Miller. Like in 2017,
in that 8-fight win streak, he beat Giagos, who's opening his card. Like, listen, I don't want to bash on Charlie Olives. This is good for the listeners. Minus 134 is a good number for him. He's an elite guy, right? Listen, there was times where he couldn't get a fight. So he's like, fuck it. I'll fight Nick Lentz 10 more times because no one else is going to fight me. I like that we're descending here because this was actually a tough card for me to pick. I've been watching the embeddeds, watched the Countdown show. And like I said, Michael Chandler sold me on him. Like I bought into it. And then like, I looked up tape on him and his Bellator stuff, which I've already seen because again, like Timbo said, I tuned into Bellator for Chandler. I didn't tune in for anybody else. Like that kid, they plucked him from a fucking Missouri and they threw him in there and he was a stud from the get. It's very interesting when stud wrestlers come in and they ought to have great boxing already with great power. And it's very rare. And Chandler was one of those guys. I love the dissension. I love it. Let's get to the mortal locks. I am the champion, so I get to pick first. However,
Charles Oliveira did finish Will Brooks, by the way.
He did finish Will Brooks. If you're going to do MMA math, I am the champion. So if I get to pick first, but what I'm going to do is here, I'm going to ask Timbo, you're the veteran of the show. What is your most confident bet? Is it the underdog? Is it the send him home? Or is it the mortal lock? Whatever your most confident bet is, I'll do the opposite. Oh, I can't hear you, bud. Microphone gone. Microphone went out. There you go.
Most confident pick.
Is a mortal, underdog, or send him home. Whatever one that is, I'll avoid it.
Shit, dude. This is a tough fucking fight, but
because it's a tough card to fucking pick.
Oh God, it's fucking hard. I
just
guess
just tell me your mortal lock is fuck these lines, Hanapa'a. These lines are so tight.
I'd say mortal. I guess I'd say mortal was my
mortal's your okay. So I'm gonna go underdog lock here. And it's fucking Michael Chandler, baby.
Oh, you bitch.
That's why I gave it an option because he was my mortal or my under. I didn't give a fuck. Like, I'm that confident. Michael Chandler, you're my underdog lock, baby.
Damn it.
Plus 110. I like the number. Again, I think this line's right. Chandler hasn't proven himself in the octagon. It's 100% right. But yes, I'm gonna go underdog lock, Michael Chandler. Timbo, who's your underdog lock?
Underdog lock.
You got a few here, buddy. You got T Ferg. You got who else you got? T Ferg.
Is Munez a dog against Souza?
I mean, it's a pick'em. It's a minus number. He's minus 108. I mean,
let me check the live. I'll check the lines right now, real quick.
Check the lines right now. I mean, we're split hairs there, but you got Ferg.
I'm probably gonna go Ferg.
You're gonna go for Soriano.
Nah, it's a pick. I mean,
give me Ferg.
Is plus 112.
Right, Ferg underdog.
Give me Fergie.
For Timbo, wrong marker. Christian underdog lock, baby.
Hey, Barboza. Hey, Hey, you guys. Hey, give me a gabagoo.
Gabagoo.
With the fucking pizza, Barboza. I like that pick a lot, Christian, because I was going to be one of mine too. All right, mortal lock time. Or no, wait, I'm sorry. Timbo, whatever you want. Mortal lock, send him home.
Send him home.
Send him home. What do you got, babe?
Give me Andre Muniz.
Andre Muniz, that's a good pick, buddy.
Taking old Yeller behind the barn again.
Christian, send him home, bud. Who you like?
This one, you can. Hey, listeners, I'll be putting my money on this one. Pretty heavy. Charles Du Bronx Oliveira all day, baby.
Oh, we coming for that strap.
Send him home with the fucking Du Bronx. Send him home. Send him home, baby. Fuck.
If Michael Chandler gets finished, I'll cry.
That is my favorite sound clip.
That is good. Send him home.
It's so good.
What? Okay. All right. Mortal locks time. Christian. Excuse me. I got to do my send him home. Oh, this is easy. Little guy from Wilmington, North Carolina, Jamie Pickett. He's not
little.
Yeah, he's little. He's a boy. He's a boy. He's knocking that dude out. Fuck you, Beverly Hills, bitch. All right. Mortal lock, Christian.
I'm gonna take Mike Grundy.
God, dude. I gotta get a soundbite of that. I'm about to go back and scrub the episode, dude. All right, mortal lock. And I mean, again, just to remind everyone, these are our best bets.
He's the best.
That movie, dude, when I watched that movie, so it came off of Jack Black After School Rock. And then
I don't know where it's from. I just love it.
It's Nacho Libre. So Jack Black just did School Rock, and then the director was the guy from Napoleon Dynamite, right? So I go and watch it, thinking I'm going to get this School Rock Jack Black, right? This Orange County Jack Black, and I get this like weird Mexican accent. I remember seeing it in theaters, like, this sucks. And I left. We got Paramount Plus, and my wife's binge watching Ink Masters because she's going to get a new tattoo.
Oh, I like that show.
Yeah, so it's on there, and I watched it, and I'm like, this is fucking funny, dude. This is so ridiculous. All right, Mortal Locks, you're going Grundy. Boy, Tim took my Mortal Lock, which is Andre Muniz, by the way, for all the people out there. I think that's
that was my send him home.
Right, but I can't take him as my Mortal Lock.
Okay, I got you.
He took them. I think that's a really good bet. Regardless, send him home, Mortal Lock. That's a good bet. My Mortal Lock, you know what I'm going to do here, guys? You know what I'm going to do
I
here?
want to know.
I hate doing it.
You doubling up?
But I'm going to go Caitlyn Chicagoan, my Mortal Lock.
Oh,
that means that means I gotta bet it. That means I gotta fucking listen to fucking for 15 minutes.
Hey, bro, money makes it. It sounds like dollar.
That's good. Timbo, Mortal Lock, baby. We got some options here.
Matt Schneller, give it to me.
No, mortal lock. Don't hate it. Don't hate it.
We are so all over the place.
Christian, end the motherfucking night with a mortal lock that's gonna blow people's dicks off.
Yeah, just double down. Give me Charles Rivera. Like it's
damn. You know what? If
you guys we obviously like. I love that we disagree, but I'm like, what the?
Listen. I'm a confident guy, right? And there's not many things in this world that I'm good at. I can fully admit that. But the things I am good at, I'm very confident. I have an ego about it. This being one of them. You're fucking getting in my head.
the dude that introduced me to MMA like on Monday morning sent me like a DraftKings promo. It was Chandler like by knockout like plus and I respect this guy's opinion. And I was like, fuck. I was like, I'm on the other side, but it's like.
Again, I'm
doubling down.
I mean, our picks are a lot of us are very few of us are very opposite. Timbo's on Burgos. I'm the only one on Dariush. Timbo's the only one on Tucker Lutz. But this is spread out with their locks and everything. It's gonna get fucking interesting, bro. You're real interesting. Love it. It's the best. All right, boys.
It's the best.
Thank you for doing this. Follow everyone on everything. This was fun. This is good shit. I gotta go to bed. I got a 5 a.m. wake up call, guys.
Woo! But no wake up call on Saturday.
Good night.
No wake up call on Saturday.
Can't wait.
I actually do think,
baby.
My wife works Saturday. I do think I have a wake up call, but that doesn't matter. I ain't got shit to do. All right.
Yeah, well, you ain't got no hair. You ain't got, I
gotta brush my hair. Get out of bed, brush my teeth, go.
You didn't tell the listeners you don't have any hair. Everybody listens.
If you're watching, we've had people pop in and out. So if you've seen the hair, it's gorgeous. I didn't post it on any of the I shaved my head, donated to cancer, wigs for kids. Great cause. Thank you for Wigs and Kids because they initially told me I had to be 14 inches. I had two 9 inches and then 2 5s in the back. They told me they accepted because they actually do need hair. So if you have long hair, you want to donate, go do that. It's something I've always wanted to do. I know it's not going to matter much in the grand scheme of things, but childhood cancer is a fucking any kind of cancer. But seeing sick kids who have no choice, they're just born with it, is literally the biggest gut punch in the world to me. It fucking breaks my heart every time I have to see a commercial. And if I became a millionaire or celebrity, that's all I would do is donate my time to those kids in need. But I don't want to end it on a bummer. Let's fucking got deep there. But this is fun. I love you guys. Thank you for doing this. Subscribe to the show. We got picks. We got winners. And we'll see you Saturday.
See ya.
Let's do it.